Okay, and we are live. Let's just wait a couple minutes for people to join in
Sounds good.
while we run around the sandbox. I'm trying to get up this giant tree. Like, I wonder how to find my way there. I don't think it's possible. Not yet. Are you inside the sandbox or
Yeah, I am.
you're cool?
I'm running around too. Yeah, I don't think you can. At least
Yeah.
I've tried. I don't think you can get over there. I think they set it up well.
I mean, there's a construction worker up there. Hacks. I think people are starting to tune in. What's up? So, welcome back. Welcome back. We are inside the sandbox again, and today we are interviewing the founder of metaSKINZ, which is a very unique project. Like I've never seen another project do what you're doing. So, do you want to give us a little bit of background on what the metaSKINZ is?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
I'm getting my
No
screen
problem.
situated. I'm playing around in the sandbox. Yeah. So give you guys a brief overview, and then I guess we'll just go from there. But basically, what we're doing with metaSKINZ is we've created a build your own avatar NFT project, and the way that it works is that you are going to be buying packs of NFTs, and inside those packs, each pack has 12 trading cards inside of it, trading cards with a T. And so there's going to be different traits that you will pull depending on your luck, basically. And you're going to use those cards then to assemble avatars that you want to use in the metaverse. And the first metaverse that we're going to be interoperable with is the Sandbox, but we do plan on kind of expanding out and growing with the metaverse as the metaverse grows. Right now, interoperability is a big talk among everybody, and it's not to a point where it's super easy to be interoperable with every single metaverse. But as things change and grow, we plan on just kind of growing with it so that our avatars are able to be used in as many metaverses as possible. So yeah, that's basically, we are just kind of a metaverse avatar brand, and we're going to be making more and more avatars that hopefully people want to swag out with in the future. And we're also building some fun stuff inside the sandbox that is going to kind of coincide with this Genesis trading card packs that we've released.
Yeah, interoperability is. I mean, it does not sound easy right now, but like this is a long-term game. So as long
Right.
as the technology will be there eventually, so no, it's gonna get easier. But like, how did you come up with the idea of making your own custom avatar?
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of a wild story. I guess I entered the NFT space late last year. Just kind of like started hearing about NFTs from some of my friends, and started looking into it and heard about like CryptoPunks and stuff like that. And didn't think a whole lot of it, but just kind of like stayed involved in the space. And I'd already been in like crypto with like Ethereum and Bitcoin and stuff like that way earlier on. And I was very interested in like the technology behind NFTs and what you could do with them. And that kind of led me to, like, I was just observing all these different profile picture avatar projects that were coming out. I know we're all familiar with all of them. And I was it got me thinking, like, why aren't there any that you can actually like choose what your avatar looks like? Because in my eyes, that's like one of the more fun things to do whenever you start playing a video game. I mean, that's usually like the first thing you do is you build out your avatar to look the way that you want it to look. And with all these projects that were popping up, like they were all randomly assigned at mint. So you didn't have the opportunity to like decide what your avatars looked like. You just got what you were given, and I guess you could go and find ones that more resonated with you off a secondary or whatever. But long story short, I thought that that there was something missing. So I assembled a team that was capable of doing the things that needed to be done to actually make my vision into reality.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of started building out metaSKINZ, and now we're here. We got it we got it all done, and it's ready to go. So yeah, that's kind of been the journey so far.
Yeah, it's an extremely cool concept because when people get to create their own avatars, then they'll feel like it is truly theirs. So maybe they have a deeper emotional attachment to it because maybe they
Mhm.
feel like they created it, which they partly did.
Which,
You
yeah,
know.
exactly. I think that's kind of like the fun idea behind it too, is that like you are creating it's
Mhm.
your avatar, you created it. And the fun thing too that I'm starting to notice some people catch on to is that you can actually be creating these avatars and then go and sell them on secondary market to people that think that the avatar that you created is cool.
Yeah,
So it's like it's just another added layer to what's already been going on. But yeah, I
yeah.
think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm biased, but I'm jacked about it.
No, it is cool. It is definitely cool. Yeah, and like making your own avatar and selling it on the secondary marketplace. I feel like, yeah, it definitely will make you feel good about yourself because you're like, oh, someone likes what I created. Maybe it'll make them feel creative, and if they, if they do enjoy making art on like a smaller level, this is how they do it. You know,
Hmm.
that's an easy way in for sure.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you are the one that designed all the artwork around this project.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's been like I said, I've created a team. So I created all the voxel avatars.
Hmm.
So all the trading cards are in voxel format, because we were planning and are planning on entering the sandbox first.
Okay.
So the trading cards themselves are displayed with like the voxel avatar, like we're seeing on screen right now. And then, so I designed all that, and then I also brought an artist on board, and he designed the profile picture that is going to go along with the avatars that you build. So he just took the traits that I designed and interpret them in his own creative cartoon way. And now, whenever you end up creating your avatar, you'll get a profile picture, which I guess we can kind of go down this rabbit hole. Whenever you create your avatar, you're going to get the profile picture, which is designed by the artist that's on our team. Dibs is on Ether, is his Twitter handle, DIBS. Dibs is on Ether. um, yeah, and going down that rabbit hole, you're going to get that profile picture, and that profile picture is going to be it's going to have all the traits that you selected linked to it in the metadata. And then that profile picture is also going to be kind of your key to future interoperability and different claims that you'll be able to claim with like airdrops and fun things like that. So it's basically like the first step is getting that profile picture, and then from there, um, for example, people that have that profile picture in their wallet and then they log into the sandbox will then be able to use their avatar that they built in the sandbox. And then that's kind of how interoperability obviously works. So
Yeah. Cool. So it sounds like you're in charge of everything sandbox related.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
definitely the sandbox guru, and we've brought people on the team that know the other sides of things. So, but yeah, sandbox is really my lane, and just kind of the big vision of everything. I'm a dreamer and a thinker and a visionary. So I bring crazy ideas to the team, and I'm say, hey, I'm thinking of this. Do you think we can do that? And then they say, no, you're crazy, or yes, we can definitely do that.
I mean, you're crazy until you make it, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I mean, I think most of them thought I was crazy whenever we came up with the original idea to begin with, but they were on board and we made it happen. So it's been a fun ride.
Looks like the chat is liking the project as well. You know, they like the fact that you can create your own avatar. Someone said that your avatar is very cool, the one you have on now. And
Oh
I just
yeah,
noticed that there's a
I
little
forget that I
alien.
even have it on.
Yeah, the alien's a nice touch. I did not catch that at all.
Yeah,
So,
I see. I'm just reading the question on the screen, and yes, the plans are in the future we're going to actually have where you can claim this style AR filter that matches the profile picture that you create. So to answer the question in the chat, yes.
that's cool. So, like, will I be able to put it on my Instagram stories and when I make my TikToks?
What we're using right now, it's like a Snapchat filter.
Okay.
So you can get like Snap Camera.
Mm-hmm.
So like on my computer, I have Snap Camera, and then that basically like lays the
Mm.
filter over the camera. So you would 100% be able to use it on Snapchat. I just use it like on my computer camera, like I was saying, and I think we're working towards like where it'll be able to be used. I'm not 100% sure on this, so I don't want to speak too much on it, but where it would be able to be used on other social medias as well. But I'm not 100% positive on the direction that we're not actually personally designing the filters. That's actually like a third party that's doing it for us. So, and they just got started, but they're doing a fucking amazing job. So
Yeah. Yeah, that,
yeah,
that looks cool. That
yeah,
looks cool for
for
sure.
sure.
So, in your opinion, why do you think the NFT profile picture boom happened? Like, if a complete noob comes up to you and they're like, "I don't know what the big deal is," what would your answer be to them?
Yeah. Honestly, like this conversation does come up fairly often in my life, and it I think the profile picture boom itself really is evidence that a lot of us were have been looking for um, communities to join, or like places where we feel like we can be heard and fit in, and yeah, like be heard and just be able to like voice our opinions and be a part of a group that has similar ideas, or not so similar ideas, but we're all coming together to collaborate and bring our different ideas to fruition. So I think that's like a big part of the profile picture boom, is just like people looking for groups to join that they can feel like they're a part of a community and part of something bigger than just, I don't know, just especially like this last year of just being locked up, if you want to use those words, over the last year or so. It's I think it's been rough on a lot of us, and it's hard to be away from the friends that we did have, and now there's this connection that we've been able to develop online. And I think that's what's super cool about the metaverse in general, is just that it's a vehicle to bring people from all different walks of life and from all over the world together, and just like hang out and have a good time. And I mean, there's so many like different like applications that can happen inside the metaverse, but like
Mhm.
I'm really excited just for like the fun that can be had, and hopefully that kind of like resonates and carries out of the metaverse. So like, yes, we can all come together and have a good time in the metaverse and like have fun and feel good and happy, and then hopefully that like kind of like butterfly effects out into the rest of our life and like raises the frequency as a whole. So yeah, that's a my little tangent on the metaverse and how I'm excited for the ripple effect.
Yeah, I mean, the metaverse is going to be filled with experiences that we cannot even imagine possible right now. And I agree, people are always looking for communities that they can engage with and movements that they can be a part of. And I think NFT projects really offer them that. Like, if you look at Twitter, like, I feel like people that are on Twitter are always in their own bubble. Like, we are in the NFT bubble. Other people maybe, I don't know, in the pro wrestling bubble. They're all in their little community. And so yeah, right now maybe they don't have to pay for NFTs to get into a community right now, but when the metaverse comes out, everything is gonna feel so much more connected. Especially when you get when you can put on a VR headset and feel like you're right next to the person. I think that's when people will realize these NFT projects can be so powerful.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So back to metaskins.
No, it's all good. I did the same thing. I have squirrel syndrome about the metaverse. So you get me talking about the metaverse, and we could talk for hours.
Tangents are fun for sure. Yeah, how big is the team? Is it just 2 people, or is it
No,
like?
so our team right now. Let me think off the top of my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Too
6,
many, too
6.
many to keep count.
We got 6 guys on the team right now. So yeah, we've been growing since the start. It started with me and just my Solidity dev, Bagel Face. He's the man. He kind of basically made all the big brain stuff happen, and I just told him the ideas, and he got it done. And then from there, we just kind of grew the team. And we just recently brought on. I'm assuming some of you guys are probably familiar, but Avi 900. He is now officially on the team, and he's helping us build out the metaverse experience that we're working on. So that's going to be super cool.
Cool. Someone said that they've had metaskins on the radar. They said that this is motivation to ape into the project. It's
Hey,
really ape, not
that's
financial advice.
not financial advice, but aping is fun.
Yes, it is fun. It's too much fun. It's an expensive hobby.
It's so true.
What utility does these NFTs have? Maybe there's no utility right now, and you guys are building it in the future, because it does sound like you're going to be entering the sandbox. So,
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of like, it's hard for me to like talk on all the utility because to me, like until we like prove that we're doing what we're doing, like a lot of these projects, it's just kind of like I could say it and you guys can believe me or not, and hopefully you believe me, because I very very much am dedicated to this project and planning on doing everything that I'm saying. But right now, like I guess the most exciting utility to look forward to that is in the works is the sandbox. So we're solidifying a partnership with the sandbox, and we are working on also building out a game / experience in the sandbox that it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be something a little bit different. I'm putting a spin on play to earn. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're building out just a really cool, like visually appealing world. But then inside that world, we're gonna be doing some like parkour racing, and the races are going to be like weekend events, and at those weekend events you'll have the opportunity to win. I'm going to do sand giveaways and also different NFT giveaways to the winners, and then maybe some random giveaways as well, especially as we get started. So that's kind of what Avi's really helping with, is build that out and just make that as beautiful as possible. But then really, like I said earlier on, and I'm sure we have new people that are tuning in, we're just going to be a metaverse brand. So we're basically building avatars and assets to use in the metaverse. And as, like I said, as interoperability becomes more of a thing, the things that we create will be interoperable with more and more spaces in the metaverse. But right now we are just focused on the sandbox, and as you can see, we have like the AR filters that we're dabbling with. So yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of different fun things that kind of coincide with the avatars that you build as we go.
cool. Is there a reason you chose the sandbox over the rest of the metaverses?
So the sandbox, my initial thought is the sandbox just caught my eye. Out of like all the other metaverses, when I first like entered the space and just kind of started researching everything that was going on, right from the beginning, the sandbox caught my eye, and I was like, this is cool. Like I see what they're doing, I see the direction they're going, and I really I think I really resonated with the fact that they were making it so easy for really anyone to come into the metaverse and create anything really. I mean, honestly, you can almost create anything inside of the sandbox, and I think that's so cool that they're opening the door to normal everyday people that really don't even have coding experience or anything, and now have the ability to create something inside the metaverse that they can call their own, or they can create inside of a community like metaSKINZ, or I mean, there's a lot of projects out there that are allowing their community to build stuff inside of the community or inside of the metaverse. So that was kind of a long-winded and way of saying that I just think what the sandbox is doing is super cool, and I think I personally believe that they're here to stay, and they're going to be here for a long time, and that's why I decided to build our company focused on the sandbox first, because I mean, anything that we do, I would like to be around forever. So I'm going to be picking platforms and metaverses that seem to be able to last the test of time. And in my eyes, the sandbox is proving itself over and over again that it is going to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good choice. Personally, I think it's a good choice.
Yeah.
When I first joined, Decentraland actually caught my eye, and I went to it, and it was pretty empty. And I know, like, I believe that Decentraland has a great future, but after seeing the amount of IPs that were entering the sandbox, I'm like, okay, I want to bet big on the sandbox first, and if I have, enough money that I can invest in Decentraland, I'll do that later. But yeah, sandbox.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I think Decentraland is cool, and I really like what they're doing, especially like as I'm sure you've seen it kind of progress as I've seen it progress. Like, did you attend the Metaverse Festival that they held not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago? So like they're starting to like build out things. But I agree. Whenever I first got into the Decentraland, it was kind of bare and just didn't catch my eye the way that the sandbox did. And yeah, I know that people say like, oh, it's taking the sandbox forever to actually like release what they're building, but I think that's their strategy, and it's kind of opposite of what Decentraland did, where they just kind of threw out their project, and it's in very, very much a beta form, so there's lots of clunkiness, and not to like bash on Decentraland, because I that's just another model of releasing something, but I think the sandbox just really wants to put out something polished that they're very proud of and that people will have a really good time with, and that kind of is a cool little segue to, I'm super hyped about the little alpha release that they're doing coming up here on, I think it's the 29th.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah. I was actually just listening to an AMA with Seb, and he said exactly the same thing. He doesn't want to put out a product that seems very lackluster. He wants to make sure that there are good experiences that are built on it. So when the alpha does release, they're like, "Oh my god, Sandbox is actually awesome," and they want to come back. If they just open like an empty world, then no one will want to come back. That's exactly what he said in the AMA.
Yeah,
you're right on that.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally. I like that. I like that play. I think it's a good play on their part, and I think it'll pay off. Because yeah, people. I mean, I don't know how long you've been paying attention to the sandbox, but just over the last year, the advances that they've made have been astronomical, in my opinion, as far as like what you can do with the game maker and the visually what things are looking like, and yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah. And these are like long-term projects, so we're not bashing on Decentraland, but like it's hard to build a metaverse. Yeah. I don't think that's easy. So
yeah,
it takes time. Are there currently any collabs that you're working on? Any alpha?
I won't say too much, because I'm talking with quite a few different projects. There is one that I've been talking with the founder of Kaiju Kings for a while. We're just
Oh,
good
nice.
friends, and we haven't actually got into talking how we could collab together officially, but I think there's going to be something that we can do together there. So so Kaiju Kings is definitely on the radar as far as collabs go. So that can be a little bit of alpha, I suppose, that I can leak. But honestly, like I'm just more excited. Like I guess like the collaboration that I'm most excited about is us with the sandbox. Like
Mm.
being able to just get inside the sandbox and actually show people what an amazing metaverse experience can be. Um, I think it's gonna change the game.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, collab with Kaiju Kings will be exciting for sure. But you're right. If you can build a good experience inside the sandbox, that's you're changing your life right there.
Right,
And,
right.
and yeah, and the people that hold your NFTs. So
That's the plan. That's the plan.
awesome plan. Is there another NFT project that inspires you? Like you wake up and you're like, "Oh my god, this project is they're doing some really cool stuff. I want to implement that to my project, but in my own way and flavor." Has that ever happened?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. There definitely is. I think the first one that pops into my head, and the one that I feel like I'm inspired on a daily basis by, is Punk's comic and Pixel
Mhm.
Vault as a whole. I just like the way that team executes and reacts and gives back to their community has been very like inspiring and influential on my journey as far as building my own project. So yeah, I would say Punk's comic is really one that sticks out to me as far as just kind of like they're a trailblazer. Like they're really showing different things that you can do. And I know there's people that harp on them and say that they're slow and they don't actually do anything. That they they just say they're doing things and they release NFTs but don't do much. But I think behind the scenes they're very much big builders in the space, and they have a lot going on. And just the way that they handle their community development, um, I think they do a great job, and I've taken inspiration from them. So, um, yeah,
I mean, they seem to be doing pretty well. I'm not actually I'm not too deep. I don't know too much information on what they're doing, but like from the outside, like they get good traction on Twitter. People talk about them, so to me, that those are all good signs. And
totally, totally.
yeah, and
And
like
yeah, I
people,
mean they have a lot of gamification to their project, so it's hard from an outsider's perspective, I think, um, to be able to like totally keep up with what they're doing.
Mhm.
But I think that's also kind of fun. It's like you have to actually pay attention to what's going on to know what you're doing with the project that you're interacting with. And that's I've taken a little bit of that inspiration and added a little gamification stuff into our project as well. So yeah, it's just a fun little aspect.
yeah. It also looks like every NFT project is coming out with their not every, but like a lot of NFT projects are coming out with their own games. Do you think it's like necessary for them to come out with their own play to earn game in order to succeed?
No,
It's no? Okay.
I really don't. I don't know. It's like I don't think you need a game, to be honest. I think if the builders slash founders of the project are excited about building a game,
Mhm.
then yeah, 100% go and build a game, because it's so accessible right now, especially with the sandbox. Like anyone can build a game in the sandbox.
Mhm.
But I don't I don't necessarily think I think that's a craze right now that people are migrating to. So I think it's one of those things that a lot of projects are like adding to their roadmap, and we'll see which ones actually end up like actually building like games and play to earns. But um, I think we're missing the big picture with these brands slash NFT projects are brands. So they can have a game, but they could also just be a fashion line or I mean, there's so many different things that they could be. Like for us, we're going to be, a lot of what we do is going to be avatars and giving people different cool avatars that they can purchase and wear around in the metaverse. So like yes, we're building a game as well, but you don't have to build the game. Like we wouldn't. The only reason I'm building a game is because I think it's going to be fucking fun, and it's gonna give us, basically it's going to give us an excuse to throw an event once a month that people can come to and just have a good time at. But you don't need that gaming aspect. You can just be building cool stuff in the metaverse, outside the metaverse. Like there's all kinds of stuff that projects can be doing. So I don't know if that really answered the question, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Like you don't have to do anything you don't want to, and you can literally do anything you want to make a successful NFT project. It's really up to the founders or the team's specific interest.
Yeah, the way that I look at NFTs, and I don't know, maybe this is just my perspective, but is that you're basically these early on projects, you're basically I don't know if this is tiptoeing on something that you shouldn't that you shouldn't actually say, but you're kind of like an angel investor. I don't know if that's legally not good to say, but you're investing in these projects and these brands that are being developed from the ground up and saying, hey, I believe in what you're doing. You're going to do cool stuff in the future. I want your first thing, because one, I think your first thing is probably going to be worth a lot whenever you do all the cool stuff in the future. But two, I want to support you now so that you can actually go and do the things that you say you want to do. So I think that's a really cool thing about the NFT space that a lot of people maybe miss, or maybe just don't realize is happening, is that it's giving the opportunity to people that wouldn't have this opportunity without the funding basically that's coming in from selling their NFTs to build something that they're actually excited about building.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure. That was one thing that I wanted to touch on that I missed earlier. On the website, it said something about Genesis keys. Is there any unique utility to that, or is it a collectible?
Yeah, so the Genesis key is kind of what I'm calling it, I guess, and that's the profile picture that you're building. So
okay.
that the profile picture is going to be your key to the metaverse, if you will, and that key is then going to be used to access different things like the sandbox avatar and maybe future collabs that we do. There'll be special claimables that you can have for that, or another thing that we're working on, obviously, that I'm displaying right now is the AR filter. So that key is basically your, I don't know, yeah, like your card that you can present and say, hey, I own the Genesis PFP. Like I get to claim this avatar in this world and this AR filter, and so it's kind of, I mean, I would imagine a lot of people are probably familiar with MetaKey, so it's similar, a similar concept to that, just a different look.
Okay, that's cool. That's a good way to explain things for sure. And I'm guessing the play to earn rewards are going to come out of the DAO that you'll be putting funds into.
The play to earn rewards are actually the that's a good question. You're asking the right questions, because you're going to get a little more alpha about the game that we're making. So the play to earn funds are actually going to come from the revenue generated from passes that we sell. So and I'm glad you asked this, because I brushed over it whenever you asked about what we were going to do with the keys. So the Genesis keys, all Genesis avatars that are built with the Genesis packs are going to also give you lifetime access to the play to earn game. So if you have a metaSKINZ Genesis avatar, you can play the game for free. And then on those events, the weekend events, you'll be able to win the NFTs in Sand that are up for grab. But if you don't have a Genesis skin, I still want people to be able to participate. So we're gonna basically sell like a monthly pass, and the pass revenue is what is gonna fund the winnings. And then we're also planning on partnering with different other different NFT projects, and then that's where some of the NFT giveaways I'm sure will come from, as well as I also am assuming I will be buying some cool NFTs and just giving those away as well. So yeah.
Cool. That sounds cool. Yeah, that's a very unique way to raise funding. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm
And
looking at the... Sorry?
I think, oh, sorry to cut you off, but I think like I use the play to earn word loosely, and I don't know if like the way that I'm describing is technically play to earn. But in my eyes, it is. It's you're playing our game, and there's a potential that you can earn/win these NFTs/sand. So, yeah, just to kind of clarify things there.
Yeah. So if you win, you earn, but if you don't win, you don't earn.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's like every game.
That is true. I mean, you have to play good to earn. You can't just play.
You do have to
I mean, some games you can, I suppose, but not the good ones.
Yeah, not the good ones. But yeah, I'm looking at the website right now, and I just thought this was very cool, so I wanted to touch on it. And there's 3 species. I love it. I want to like run around as a skeleton,
right?
Inside the Sandbox. Yeah, and also the traits are over here. If you guys want to take a look.
Yeah, so that
over here,
those 9 traits. Those are the 9 different categories that will the trait cards will be. So whenever you open your pack, you're going to get 12 cards, and it could be a hat, or it could be an eye trait, or it could be like a top or a bottom, or the shoes. So like there's going to be all those different 9 categories, and then you plug and play one for each category, but you don't have to use each category either. So like I always tell people that you could hypothetically build a naked ape or a naked skeleton. We'll put some undies on it so that it's not obscene, but yeah.
Cool. Do you want to touch a little bit on the Gen 2 NFTs, or is that so far down the line that you don't want to share it yet?
You know, I guess we can touch a little bit on it, but it is down the line. Like obviously, like this, the build your own avatar is the focus right now. But since you brought it up, we can talk a little bit about what's in my head. And basically, what I plan on doing is almost like curating different collections of avatars in the future. So think. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to do this unless we secured a crazy partnership. But think like a Lord of the Rings collection or a Star Wars collection. There's just going to be a group of avatars that people could purchase, and then they could wear that whichever one they picked. Obviously, like they could run around looking kind of like Gandalf, or running around looking like Gimli or Legolas, or obviously, like I said, unless we secure a crazy partnership with Lord of the Rings, it's not going to be exactly Lord of the Rings, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I guess like the Gen 2s and future will be. And then I also do plan on releasing more trading card packs in the future. So it's like two different lanes of avatars that you could go with metaSKINZ. So you can build your own, or you can buy some of the more curated ones that are just made for you. So build your own or made for you.
Cool. So like after you've made an avatar, can you change it, or is it set forever?
That'll be set. So at least with the Genesis edition, it'll be set. I haven't decided what we will do with the future editions, but right now and for sure the Genesis edition is going to be set. So basically, you're building your identity just like any of the other profile pictures out there. Like your traits are all set in stone, and that's like kind of your identity if you decide to use it as your profile picture or whatever. Same way with these, and the way that I look at avatars, and maybe I'm wrong, but the way that I like to look at avatars is that people are going to have a closet full of different avatars, and instead of being able to swap out the traits, you're just going to swap out the entire avatar. So you have this avatar that you like to use, I don't know, when you're in a business meeting, and you have this avatar that you like to use when you're racing parkour races, and you have this avatar when you're playing shooters, and like, so, or you just have a bunch of random ones that you like to use just because you're feeling happy today, or mad today, or So that's like my vision of what is going to grow as far as the avatar world goes, is that people are just going to have these virtual closets of multiple avatars, and they will be kind of like set in stone, but you can just swap out to a different one if you want to look a little different.
Yeah, it's just like wearing clothes in real life. Most people
Mm-hmm.
don't wear the same thing every day, and it's going to be the same thing inside the metaverse. You want to
Totally.
express how you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, look at like Fortnite, or I mean, Fortnite I think is the best example. That the avatars in there, or what are they? I think they do call them skins in there. There's so many that you can pick from. like
Yeah.
you could be a different skin every game if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely do not want to be using the same avatar in the sandbox or in the metaverse in general every day.
Right. It's more fun to be a different person, a different personality every day, every hour.
Yeah. Plus, like, the more avatars you have, the more people and the more communities that you can connect with. If that is one of your goals, like having different avatars will be very beneficial to you.
Totally. Especially as more and more projects build inside of places like the sandbox, and they set up the walls that make it so you have to have a certain avatar to get in. Like, it'll just be fun to just like, oh, I can't go in here until I put this outfit on, but now I can go in.
Yeah. By the way, we are doing metaSKINZ giveaway, so if you're interested, I think Moobot is actually linking out the form, so just fill that out, and we're giving out 4 skins, I believe, 4 metaSKINZ. So don't miss your chance.
Don't miss it.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's so just to, like, I guess, follow up on that, is that you're registering to win a pack. So, and I think we're doing 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah,
3 packs live, and then two packs on the Twitter giveaway if you want to go find the Twitter giveaway and participate in that as well. But you'll win a pack. So inside that pack, like I said, is going to be 12 trading cards, and those trading cards you then can go on to use to build your avatar. And right now on our website, our builder is live. So if you want to pull our website back over, I can show you a sample. If you go up to the top and you can click on the rotating GIF, the avatars down there. Yeah. So then this is what our builder is going to look, or does look like. And if your wallet's connected, your wallet isn't connected, so it's just giving you some samples. If your wallet's connected and you do have trading cards in your wallet, you'll obviously see the traits that are in your wallet, and you can just kind of scroll through, and change up the different traits. And then once we do go live with the minting, you'll be able to mint that profile picture into your key. And then, like we said, your key will be used to unlock different perks, like the sandbox avatar and the sandbox and the AR filters and all the fun stuff.
Cool.
And right now we just have it set up so that whenever you build your guy, you can right click and save. Just download the PNG so that you can use it as your profile picture for now.
Cool. That was a question in the comment section. Paul is wondering if these avatars can be used in any game or is it only for social hubs?
So you will be able to use it in any game as long as the game that you're entering doesn't have a requirement that you need to have a certain avatar equipped, if that makes sense. So as long as there isn't like I don't know what we're actually calling it. We can call it a paywall, for lack of a better term. So if there isn't a paywall set up, you will be able to wear your avatar wherever you want. If there is a paywall, then you'll kind of have to abide by those rules. So if they want you to be wearing a certain avatar, then unfortunately you wouldn't be able to wear this one in. But yeah, you definitely will be able to wear them in the social hubs.
Cool. Another one by Most Highness. Oops. What about sponsors? I will happily wear a Kaiju King's promotional avatar, especially if it earns me crypto.
I mean, I would too. That's an interesting concept that I actually haven't really thought very much about. Like, people will be able to wear like sponsored avatars eventually and almost be like a walking billboard. That's interesting. I personally don't have any plans for that at the moment, but you may have sparked something in my head that that may happen in the future for sure. That's very, very interesting comment. Thank you for the insight, Most Highness.
Yeah, I did not think of that either. Like when I read that question out loud, I'm like, I don't understand this question. I'll just wait for you to answer it and see what happens. But like that could be used. That is definitely gonna happen. I can definitely see people paying like pranksies to wear an avatar.
Totally.
So they can, yeah.
Totally.
That's cool.
And I would imagine there will be a lot of streamers as the sandbox gets bigger and bigger that are streaming different experiences in the sandbox. So I would imagine getting a big streamer to wear a Kaiju Kings or a metaSKINZ. I think that could definitely play out in having sponsors that way. So that's a very interesting concept that I have not actually thought of. So I like that.
Yeah, I mean, and also if you have a AR version like you do, you can also pay them to wear the AR mask while they're streaming on webcam.
Right. Yeah. It's just kind of, well, that's paid promotion, but that's the other cool thing about like the AR filters and stuff from a project founder perspective is that like these AR filters and stuff, they're just going to be cool ways to get the word out about your project. So obviously, like I think ours are cool, but if you are involved in a project that obviously isn't ours, there's lots of people building these AR filters out there, so you can definitely get some cool publicity with those if you go that route. Just a tidbit.
Thank you, Most Highness. I have learned.
Seriously, that's a good idea.
Yeah. The metaSKINZ project is built on Polygon, right?
Yeah, that good. I'm glad you brought that up. I kind of totally forgot about it. Yeah, so we are on Polygon. The reason we actually launched on Ethereum mainnet and realized really quickly that it was a mistake. and we kind of pivoted and we were like, okay, this, because basically what happened was it was costing, I don't know, I don't remember the exact numbers, but a lot. We'll just say a lot of gas to open the packs on mainnet, because what you're doing when you open your pack is you are minting 12 NFTs. So you were paying gas to mint each of those 12. And that just it wasn't sustainable. And we knew that it was going to be a cost, but we just, I don't know, we just kind of overlooked it in the time. And I mean, I guess as good projects do, you realize you make a mistake and you pivot and you figure out a solution. And our solution was Polygon. We moved everything over to Polygon, and now it's pennies to do anything over there. And the profile picture itself, the key that you will be minting when it's all said and done, is going to actually end up back on ETH mainnet. Because I know there are people out there that like their forever NFTs to live on mainnet, and I don't blame them. So we will be bridging everything, the like final product, the key, over to mainnet. So basically what we did is we just designed a hybrid approach to NFTs. So all the transaction heavy stuff and all the gamification is going to take place on Polygon, and then whenever you get your final product, that'll be back over on mainnet.
Cool.
And for those, I guess, since we're talking about Polygon, for those that aren't familiar with Polygon or need a little bit of help, I'm always available in our Discord, but we also have a channel that walks you through exactly how to do the get onto Polygon and get your ETH bridged over to Polygon so you can purchase the packs and everything. So don't be shy about, I can actually, I guess I don't know how to use. Can I comment something? I can comment the Discord. I don't know how though.
Sure. Do you wanna chat in the Discord? But yeah, Polygon, it's very easy to use. So like
it really is.
It's really easy to transfer your funds inside the Matic network as well. So
yeah. And it saves you a crap ton of money if you're using it often. So I highly recommend just checking it out in general, but obviously for our project, it's a money saver.
Yeah. What do you think? I know there are some people that are saying that once I don't know what you call it. Once a proof of stake goes live, layer 2, all layer 2s will just be useless. What do you think about that?
Not a chance. I don't think proof of stake is going to fix all the issues that layer 2s are solving. I think proof of stake will. I think the boat. I don't think it's going to fix the gas issue. I don't see that happening. It might get it a little more steady and make it a little lower, but it's still going to be more than your average new consumer of NFTs is going to want to pay, in my opinion. So like, there's still going to be, if the only thing you're looking at as far as layer 2s is less gas, then that alone, like, they're still going to be viable. And I'll just say this because it popped in my head and really has nothing to do with layer 2s. But I think one of the best things that's going to come from proof of stake is that there won't be as much of that argument of that we are killing the planet with NFTs, and we will drastically reduce the amount of like energy that's being consumed. So I think that's, in my opinion, the big thing that's going to happen from proof of stake. But I don't think it's going to kill layer 2s. I don't. I think there's too many different like utilizations that layer 2s can do that it's not going to go away.
Yeah, I agree. Like, there's no chance that layer 2s are going to go away. And yeah, I also agree with you. The impact on the environment going down is probably the biggest benefit that's going to come out of proof of stake. And like, finally, like, when that happens, people will not be able to make their argument anymore. So that's awesome. And I do think it will reduce the gas fees, even if it's like, even if you have to pay $2 to make a transaction, you still have to pay $2 to make a transaction. Whereas if you're on layer 2 like Matic, you have to pay pennies. But if you're on Mutable X, it's completely free.
Right.
And for games, that is huge. Where you have to make transactions like every other action. I would rather not pay $2 every time I want to make an action in the game. That
Right.
really adds up. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that hits it right on the head. That yeah, you like you said, even if it was $2, which I don't think it's going to get to, it still adds up. So there will
Yeah, it
be
does.
use cases for sure.
Yeah. I am definitely bullish on layer 2 solutions.
Absolutely. I think like everything, it's going to take some time before people decide that they are something that they trust and that they are willing to bet on, I guess is the best word. But we'll all come around. We'll all come around eventually. We're still so dang early. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the layer twos. Like, look, I bet you looking back 20, I mean, probably even 5 years from now, layer twos are just going to be normal. Like, will there be layer threes? Probably. I don't know.
So this is something that I never personally understood. Why do people want the NFTs on the mainnet? Why? Like on some level, I want it on the Ethereum mainnet too, but like it's just more fun. But like I don't understand why people want
Yeah,
them. Like
I haven't dove deep into that side of things either. I know, like, I don't know, some people think like the security of it, which I think maybe that is a good argument that like Ethereum is very secure. So like you want things that need to be secure there. But I don't know. That's really a topic that kind of goes over my head as far as why, because I don't see a difference. I mean, look at what's a good example of what's the I can't even think of the racing game, the horse racing game.
Zed Run.
Zed Run, yeah, like they have thousands and or probably millions. I don't know what their what their count is, but millions of dollars of transactions running through on Polygon, and no one's worried about that. So like I don't know. I think I think it's more of a right now we're in this phase where no one really truly knows. So we're just kind of like assuming that since we started with Ethereum and on the mainnet, that's where we're comfortable with, and we're still not totally ready to take the dive outside of that because we don't really know what it is. I think is probably what's kind of happening, is that because a lot of us don't really know. We're just using the technology and learning to use the technology, but we don't 100% really understand what the technology is that we're even using.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I mean, you don't have to understand everything that's going on to use it and have fun, but I think there's also chances to use and have fun on other things that save you money, like Polygon.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was looking into Immutable X, they did say that it's one of the layer twos that has no fees and it doesn't compromise the security of the Ethereum mainnet. So maybe if security is the issue, that's completely understandable. Because I want my stuff to be secure.
Totally.
Yeah. But there are also people that say NFTs on Ethereum has more value. That's when I get confused. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I get confused about that as well.
Yeah.
Because I think the value comes from like the project itself and the brand that's behind it, and not so much where it's stored.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
I think in time when projects on Polygon or Immutable X perform well, I think that stigma will go away.
Totally.
For sure. Yeah.
Totally.
Cool. We've got the winners for the giveaway.
Ooh, let's hear them.
I might just like copy paste the names in the chat. I'll try to pronounce them, but I'll probably get it wrong. The first one is Grassup. Grassup. Yeah.
Congrats. Congrats.
Just won a pack of Metaskin. Number 2 is Join Metaverse. Join Metaverse. Congrats. You just got a pack of metaskins. Let's go. And then the third winner, I will definitely get this wrong. Mavernon. Vernon 76.
Vernon, congrats.
Yeah, cool. I think Slater 8 will hook you up with the giveaways. Damn, I gotta join these giveaways one day. I don't know if I'm allowed, but I feel like
Yeah,
I'm missing out.
you miss out when you're the host.
Yeah, man, sucks. But yeah, do you have anything else you want to add?
Oh, you guys can see my face when I drink. I don't
Yeah,
care. I record YouTube videos all the time. People know who I am. I just wanted to wear the fun head just to show it off.
yeah, it's a good way to get attention. But like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it is a cool way. Like the one thing that I think is cool about the VR stuff, the heads especially, is like it's a cool way for people that don't want to dox themselves to still stay anonymous as long as you're careful and don't drink soda while you're while you're talking or turn your head too much. But
Yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of fun.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
Just so that we can actually like see kind of the person who's talking, even though it's not
yeah,
totally you, but it kind of is you, because a lot of times whatever head you're wearing is the one that everyone recognizes anyways.
yeah, yeah.
But it sounds like we're wrapping things up. Do I have anything else to add? Not really. I mean, just like obviously check out the site. I think you've probably dropped it in the chat, but check out our site. I think that does a great job of kind of just explaining everything that's going on in our world. But the best place, in my opinion, for any project, actually, but especially ours, is to hop in our Discord and talk to me and our team there, because we're an open book. Ask us the questions, ask us what you're wondering, and you can get to our Discord either by going on Twitter. It's right there in the bio, or on the website. There's links on the website as well. So just stop by, let us know your questions. We're excited to get this rolling, and minting is live. We're 100% live. So if you guys are interested and want to experiment with Polygon, or if you're familiar with Polygon, hop on over and we'll get you going. And if you aren't experienced with Polygon, get in that Discord and we'll figure it out for you, because it's really not that hard. And once you get set up once, you're set up for life. So
Yeah.
Then you can go play all the other fun stuff too. Race some horses.
Yeah. Definitely. So the website is metaSKINZ.io. It's skins with a Z.
Skins with a Z.
And Twitter
weird.
is at metaSKINZ with a Z. Cool. Everything's with a Z.
Everything's with a Z. I don't know why. That's just how my head works.
That's cool. No problems with that. Cool. I will be ending the stream now. Thank you to everyone that joined and watched the stream. We will be back on Wednesday. You guys know, 9 a.m. PST. So hope we see everyone again then. Thank you for coming on, man.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Peace.